Hi guys, this is the start of my yearly collection and declutter series. Today we are starting with the basics and we are starting with base products. Primers, eye primers, foundations, powders. Basically that's it. Concealers. They're not terribly exciting, but those are the basis for all amazing looks. For the base products, I'm probably not decluttering anything. We'll see when we get there, but I probably won't be decluttering anything, so this is more of a collection. We're going to start with primers. These are the primers that I actually have open. I do have some in my backup that I will show you, but these are the ones that are all open as of right now. So we're going to start with the Catrice Prime and Fine. This is very similar to the putty primer, the e.l.f. putty primer, but I like it better. It's a little bit more emollient, in my opinion. And then we have the e.l.f. Putty Primer. I'm sure you know what that looks like. See a big old pan in there. I think I'm going to try to finish that next year. So next up is the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I like this way better than this one. I like the way it goes on. I like the way it feels on my skin. And yeah, it's one of my favorites. It has become one of my favorites. I have not been using this too awfully long, but I've used it quite a bit. Next up we have the Perlice Silk Glow BB Base Primer. It's okay. This is in the shade, I thought there was a shade on this, maybe not. Maybe there isn't, but it's very light, like extremely light. But I wouldn't really call it a glow primer. That's why it's in with these primers, but it's nice. I mean, it's okay. Then we have one of my favorites. This is the Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. And as you'll see, I have several of these unopened. This is just a deluxe sample size. I got a big lot of them from eBay. I also had gotten some from Poshmark because they don't sell this anymore. They have reformulated. They have a different primer now. And I like this one much better. And I'm really sad that they discontinued that. Next up, we have the Tahitian Breakfast Primer by Dew of the Gods. This is Dewy Collagen Face Primer. I don't think it's very dewy, but I do like it. It's very moisturizing, and I love that. I was sent this by Laura the Bargain Hunter. She was picking herself up one from the drop shop, and she asked me if I would like to try it, and I said sure. So I do like it. I do like it a lot. This is the Revolution Pore Blur. I really enjoy this for a blurring primer. I usually use this just in my T-zone over top of another primer. And then we have the Essence Prime Studio Poreless Skin Blurring Putty Primer. I'm sure they're trying to copy the e.l.f. Putty Primer on this. This is okay. It's silicone free, which is nice. Smoothing with squalene. It's okay. I will finish this. I will use it up. But it just isn't my favorite. I would not repurchase. And then we have one more face primer that has been opened. This is the So Susan Skin Spectre. This is a pore camouflaging primer. I got this in a So Susan box when I used to get that. And again, this is not my favorite. This is very silicone-y. It's very slippery, very silicone-y. I don't know if you've ever used is it Maybelline Baby Skin? It feels exactly like that. Exactly. And that's just not my favorite feeling. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't it doesn't usually blur my pores. Also, it doesn't give me the moisture that I want in a primer. So let's go with my unopened primers. These are all like overstock primers. I have 3 more of the Pores Be Gone, and then they're gone. I will try to find some more online and see if I can find them. I have the NYX Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer, still unopened. I don't remember where I got this. I don't know if it was in a Busy Beauty box or if I actually bought it. I can't remember. But it's you can see it's very jiggly. It's very jelly. So I'm very curious about this. I cannot remember where I got it. It doesn't seem like something I would buy. But you never know. You never know. We have the LYS. This is the Secure Skin Gripping Primer. This is probably the next one that I open because I've had this the longest. I did get this from Leanna Dalton. I've just had so many primers open that I really haven't opened very many new ones. I have 2 of the Wet n Wild Impossible primers. This is my holy grail. This is my favorite primer. I do get this auto-delivered from Amazon. It comes every 2 months, I believe. And this one of these, wait a minute. This one I just put in a project. And then this one is a backup of that, a backup of my backup. We have the Dr. Brandt Backlit Primer. I don't know anything about this. It's supposed to blur. It's supposed to glow. And then I have the Wet n Wild. This is a primer serum. It's supposed to refine pores. I bought it this past year when it came out. I don't think it's very old. I'm trying to find a dupe for the Farsali, and I don't know. So far I haven't found one, but I have not used this yet. It's still unopened. And then finally we have the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with niacinamide. I am very excited to use this, but as you can see, I have so many that are already opened that I don't really want to open any more. Okay, now I'm moving on to my glow primers. The oldest one in my collection is the Lumi Glotion by L'Oreal. This is lovely. I love it very much. As you can see, that's where I am. I wanted to see, right now it's been laying on its side. I did have it laying up like this. This is another one that I really want to finish this coming year. I thought I would have had it finished by now, but there is a ton of product in here, and you only need a little bit. You just need a little bit. So it's lasted forever. This is my oldest glow primer. And I wouldn't really even call it a primer. It's a glow, whatever. It's a glotion. But I do use it underneath my foundation. And then we have 2 e.l.f.s. We have the number 3 and we have the number 4. This is for tan Andi. This is for pale Andi. And this is beautiful. I absolutely love this product. This is something that I will repurchase over and over again. Once it gets used up, I will repurchase because it is my favorite, my absolute favorite. And then we have the Maybelline Skin Perfector 4-in-1 Glow. I really like this as well. One thing I like about the packaging is the where it pushes it down. It's an airless. One thing I don't like about this is this gross sponge. You can take this off and wash it. I have done that many times, and I will do that before I use it again. It's been a while since I've used it. So before I do that, before I use it again, I will clean that because that gets kind of gross, and there's a bunch of bacteria up in there and all that. So, but I do like the product. I do. I just don't like the packaging. Next up, we have the Yensa Tone Up Primer Essential Glow 8 Super Block Essence. Super Blocks Essence. I really like this. I can't remember where I got it. It had to have been either a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy or on the drop shop. I can't remember where I got it actually, but I really like it. It's very nice. We have the Purlisse Perfect Glow BB Cream in the shade Medium. This does have a little bit of a glow to it, which is why it's not in my foundations. Just a little bit of a luminescence to it. It's really lovely. I do like that. And then this, I don't remember opening. I've not used it yet. I know that, but it's in with my opened stuff, and it doesn't have the seal on it. It's not in the box, but I know I haven't used it yet. And this is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. So as I said, those were all of the ones that I have open. These are all unopened in my backup stash. This is the e.l.f. Skin Sun Touchable Woe Glow 30 Broad Spectrum SPF. The reason I have not opened this yet is because I don't see daylight very much. When I get up, there's not much daylight left, so I don't really use a sunscreen very often. So I'm not going to open it until I can actually dedicate myself to use it over and over again so that it doesn't go bad. We have another Dr. Brandt. This is the Dr. Brandt Primer, Backlight Primer. It is a Prime Blur Glow, so we'll see about that. I have the So Susan Primordial Luminous Primer Gel. No idea, still sealed. Don't know anything about it. I got that in a box. Here is a, I don't know what that brand is, but I'm sure I got it in a boxy or an Ipsy or something. And this is a luminizer. Looks like it's a really pretty pinky rose gold type thing. We have the Ciate London Dewy Skin. I know I got this in a boxy. Vitamin C Glass Glow Primer. It's still in the box. That is what it looks like. I have the Ciate London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. Everybody says that this is so good. I'm not really sure why this is in here. This maybe should be in with my regular primers. Let me know if you use this. I know some people really love it. Let me know if you use this. I'm pretty sure Christine from Life with Christine, I will tag her below. So maybe she'll let me know if this is a luminizing primer or just a regular primer. So I'll know where to put that. Next up is the Pixi by Petra Flawless Beauty Primer. Hydrating Glow Primer. I got this pretty recently from Laura the Bargain Hunter. And as you can see, it's still sealed. And then I have the Skin Ink Serum Glow Filter. So yeah, that's very interesting. So I'm really curious about that. I have the Pure No Filter Primer, Bronze. This is in Bronze, Blurring Photography Primer in Bronze Glow. This is probably too dark for me right now. It's opaque packaging, so I can't tell. But I will try that out. Maybe by next summer, I'll be ready to open a couple. And then I have this 111 Skin Rose Gold Radiance Booster Luminizer. Yeah, I have had this for a while. It is unopened. As if you know, 111 Skin is very, very pricey. Very pricey. So maybe I should open that soon and start using that. Oh, I forgot one. This little mini guy. It's the Kiehl's Glow Formula Skin Hydrator. So I have that in with my glow things because it says glow on it. I don't know. I won't know until I open it if it's actually glowy or not. Okay, now we have foundations. My two oldest foundations that I have, one is the Neutrogena Flawless Matte CC Cream. This is in the shade number 3 Vanilla. I really enjoy this. I like this not as much as I like the e.l.f. The e.l.f. is my holy grail. The e.l.f. Camo CC Cream is my holy grail. That is my favorite. Especially my favorite affordable drugstore foundation. But this is a close second. It has niacinamide in it. I don't know if that does anything. I don't know if it's doing anything, but it is almost done. Like I said, it's one of my oldest ones that I have, so I am trying to use it up. And then my next oldest foundation is the True Match Lumi. I believe this is in the shade C4. So it's a little dark for me right now, but this is my second oldest, and I love this foundation so much. I bought this after watching Erica Conger use it because it gave her such a beautiful glow. And yes, I love it. I love it. Next up is the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream. I did get this on Amazon. I think they've since repackaged or reformulated or something. This is SPF 42. And this is the shade number 27. This is a good match for me right now, I think. Which as soon as this one and another one are gone, I will probably be working on that. And then we have the IT Cosmetics CC. This is the Illumination. And as you can see, this one's almost gone as well. The IT CC is my favorite high-end foundation. Love it. I like the original the best, but the illuminating one is pretty good. It doesn't give an unnecessary glow. It's just a really pretty finish on the skin. And then next up is the Yensa BC Foundation BB Plus CC Full Coverage Foundation. I got this from BoxyCharm. I know I did. In the drop shop. I'm pretty sure the drop shop. And this is lovely. I love this foundation. It is really nice. I would not call it full coverage. I mean, maybe you could build it up to full coverage, but I don't really like to have that much foundation on my face. But I do like a full coverage foundation. But it's really nice. And it's especially nice using this with the Yensa primer, the glow primer. Next up is the Natasha Denona Foundation X Plus Full Coverage. I did get this in a BoxyCharm as well. The component is broken because it came from Boxy. They're all broken. Everything I get from Boxy that has a pump is broken. I'm just saying. A pump or a dropper, it's broken. So this is way too dark for me right now. One of my subscribers and friends did recommend that I get the color correcting from LA Colors or LA Girl. It's white and it's a mixer. And the last couple times I wanted to get one, they were sold out. So I will be getting that because this is definitely a summer shade for me. Very, very, very dark for me. And then this I got in an Ulta like bundle thing that they had. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. And as you can see, it is definitely too deep for my skin tone. But I was using this in the summer to mix with lighter foundations to use them up. And then the last one that I actually have open is this. This is Dewy Tree Urban Shade Cover and Fit Sun Cushion SPF 50. Now, this is way too light for my skin tone. I got this in PR from Stylevana. It is super duper light. However, it is such a beautiful finish. It is K-Beauty. It is such a beautiful finish. And I've been known to wear this under my foundation because it is such a pretty finish. So there's that. Okay, now for the foundations that I have not opened yet. This is the Wet n Wild Dewy Finish Photo Focus Foundation. I really love the mattifying Photo Focus Foundation, but now I feel like my skin is just a little too dry for that. This is in the shade Soft Beige. I don't know if it's a good shade match or not. I can't remember the other one that I had that I used. This one does not smell like paint like the other one. I don't really mind the smell at all because it does go away. But I really wanted to try the dewy finish. And we have the Maybelline Dream BB Fresh. This is a skin hydrating body balm. 8-in-1 Skin Perfector Broad Spectrum 30. I got this after Erica Conger recommended it. I did a community post asking for people like to give me their favorite affordable foundation. I think that's what it was. But anyway, that's what she recommended. And so when I put in an Ulta order, I think I used points or something. And so I picked that up. And next we have the Magix Tint. This is a tinted moisturizer. And it is a glowing tinted moisturizer. This is actually from Avon. And this is my second one of these. I had one of these. It's been a while. But it blurs my pores really nicely. I believe I finished it before I even started my channel. So I did repurchase it recently when I was buying some Glimmer Stick liners because those are my favorite liners. And so I picked this up. So I have not used it yet. I don't know if it's the same formula as it was because they have been bought a couple of times since I used it. Then we have two CC creams. These are both, oh no, this is light medium and this is neutral medium. This is more of a spring fall. This is more of a summer. And I got these when Ulta had them in their 21 Days of Beauty. They had them 50% off. So I bought two of them. Both of them are the Illumination. They haven't had the regular in their sale for a really long time. And then the last unopened foundations I have three of my Camo CC creams. One of them is let's see. Here we go. 240W, 280N, and 310C. So this is winter, spring, fall, summer. And I'll mix them together to get, whatever shade I want at that particular moment. But yes, I believe the last big sale e.l.f. had, I picked these up. I got like 20% off my order, and then I got like the sale price and all of that. So I picked them up, stocked up. I don't have one of these open right now, and it's really killing me because that is my favorite foundation, but I'm trying to use up some of these other foundations that I have. Okay, next up we have some concealers. This is the Catrice Ultimate Camouflage. This is in a pot. I have used this on top of my dark spots on my face. Oh, can you see that? Dark spots on my face. Also, I've used it as an eye base, and it works well for both of them. We have the Purely's BB Cream Perfect Glow. This is in the shade Fair. It is just a tiny bit too light for me to use as a concealer, so sometimes I'll use it as a brightener, like in the center of my face. We have the ABH Magic Touch Concealer. This is just a mini. I got this from the Boxy Drop Shop, I believe. This is a lovely, lovely concealer. I really do love it. Here we have the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is not the hydrating one. This is the regular one. I use this the same way I use this because I can't use it underneath my eyes. It's way too dry for that. So I use it down the bridge of my nose, on my cheeks, my chin, my forehead, just to brighten up the center of my face. This one is almost gone. Then we have the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. And this is my Holy Grail concealer. I love it. This is in the shade Light Peach. I think that Light Beige might be a better match for me right now. It seems to be really light underneath my eyes, but I will continue to use it. Just like a tinge too light. And the last concealer that we have open is the Essence Camouflage Matte Concealer. I used up a whole one of these in a different shade. This is in Light Ivory. I can't remember the other one I had, but this one is a little too light. So as soon as that's gone, I will use that for the same thing, just to brighten. And even though it's matte, it is not too dry for my under eyes. I really, really love this concealer, and it is super affordable. Okay, now we have the concealers that are unopened. I have a backup of the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is in Light Beige. This is the one I was talking about. I think it might be a better match, although it looks a little yellow. I don't know. We'll see. And then we have, this is in Light Peach, but this is the regular Camo Concealer. I ordered the Hydrating from Ulta. They sent this one instead. I never took it back. I was lazy. I didn't take it back. But, I'll just use this to brighten the inner portions of my face. This is the ColourPop Fresh Kiss in the shade 60. I think it's 60N. I have used a whole one of these. I really liked it. And I was putting in a ColourPop order during, I think it was one of their 30% off sales, and I picked one up. This seems to be a favorite for a lot of people. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. I feel like I've used this before years ago, and I think I liked it, but I can't remember. So I picked this up. This was another product that Erica Conger recommended, so I picked that up. Next, I have the Flower Beauty, and this one is the Get Real Serum Concealer. A lot of people have recommended this. They have said that this is one of their favorites or that they really like it. So I picked it up at Ulta a while back. It's been a while. So I'm really curious to see that. This is in the shade Vanilla. So we'll see how that goes. And then the last one that I have unopened is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I've heard mixed reviews on this. Some people love it. Some people don't like it at all. We'll see. I have no opinion whatsoever on the two. And then I have some color correctors. This is the e.l.f. Peach color corrector. And this is the e.l.f. Blue color corrector. Oh, I have another color corrector. This is the one I'm using now. This is the LA Colors Conceal and Correct. This is a peach, so that will help to blend away dark spots and like dark circles under your eyes, which I don't have the dark circles, but I do have dark spots. So I have that. And then this is I have so many foundations that are too warm for me. Even some of the cool ones look yellow. So I bought this to mix in because that will counteract the warmth, the yellowness, and it works like a freaking dream. I love it. And then the last color corrector I have is the Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener from e.l.f. And I believe this is in the beige. It's in beige, which is the light. It's not the fair, it's the light. I got this after seeing it in action. Jennifer Loves Makeup was using it on a Get Ready With Me, and I was super impressed by the way it looked. So I picked some up. Okay, you guys, now we're talking about powders. These are all the powders that I currently have opened. We're going to start with my oldest ones. This is the Mark Set Things Right. It is a loose perfecting powder. This is in the shade Light. This is an Avon brand. Mark is like they're more marketed toward the younger crowd. When I sold Avon years ago, I picked it up and I really like it. This is what I use as a setting powder. Sometimes it just kind of blends everything out, make it look very airbrushed, very similar to the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. So that is that. And then this is Avon True Color. This is the Mineral Powder Foundation, and this is in the shade Transparent Glow. This does the same thing. The only problem is this needs to be used up soon because this is the oldest thing probably in my whole collection. So I need to use that up. I have this. I'm not really sure what the name of this is. Skin Food. This was also in my Stylovana PR. It is just a white powder. It does smell like peaches. It is really nice for setting the under eye. It does not crease. It's a little light. It's a little light. Even though it's supposed to be just translucent, it is a little light. Next, I have my RCMA, the original no color powder. This has been around forever. This is the second one that I've gone through. I'm not far. I'm not far. And then I have a whole unopened one, which you'll see in just a minute. I have the e.l.f. HD powder. I do really like this. I feel like this is kind of a dupe for the NARS light reflecting powder. I feel like it gives the same finish. I don't know if you agree with me on that, but I feel like it gives me the same finish because I do have the NARS light reflecting powder. I love this. This is what I use under my eyes. I use this under my eyes mostly, but I do use it on my face as well. But it's lovely. I absolutely love it. I know I got this in a Busy Beauty box because I sure the heck would not have spent that money on it. Next, we have the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This is a beautiful finish. I have the shade Light Pink, I believe. Fair pink, light pink. I don't know, but it's really pretty. And it just softens everything up. I use it as a finishing powder. Next, we have the Beauty Bakery Flower. This is the Oat Translucent. You guys, I am not a fan. It's okay. I use it on my face. I do not use it under my eyes. I don't like it under my eyes. It looks cakey and creasy. But I'm just trying to use it up because I don't want to declutter it. It's perfectly fine. It's just not my favorite thing. So I'm using this on my face right now. And then The last thing I have open is my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent. Love this. This is probably my favorite powder. And this is the second one of these that I've gone through. There is a ton of product in here. And it's so freaking affordable. So highly recommend. I do have 3 pressed powders. And 2 of these are actually powder foundations, but I don't use powder foundation because my skin is so dry. This is the Laura Geller Baked, Balance, and Brighten. This is in the shade Light. And I love this, using it as a setting powder with a little triangular poof. It makes my pores go away. Like, it blends them out. They're beautiful. It's a beautiful finish. And then the other powder that I have that's opened is, this is from Avon. And this is the Avon Glow Sun-Kissed Glow pressed powder. This doesn't have a glow to it, you guys. It doesn't. But I have used a lot of it. I can see the rings in the pan. So hopefully I'll be hitting pan soon. But yeah, it's just a setting powder. It's a really nice shade for me. And I do really like it. I don't think they sell this anymore. And then the things that are unopened, I have this little baby Laura Mercier powder. And I really want to try this, but I don't want to love it because it's so pricey. I think I got this in a Ipsy or something. I have the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I had so many people recommend this. This is in the shade Light Medium. Don't know anything about it because I've never used it before. Here is the other one of the RCMA Original No Color Powders, unopened. I have the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. I have never used this before. This is in the shade 01 Translucent. So I'm really curious to see. I really like the fact that it has this on top of it so it doesn't get messy. And then I have 2 pressed powders that are unopened. This is the 16-hour. This is the other one that I was telling you about, is actually a powder foundation. 16-hour Cover and Last Powder Foundation. This has such great freaking reviews. Has a little puff underneath, has a little mirror, but I have not used it yet. And here's the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in shade 100 Translucent. What shade is this? Shade 5 Classic Vanilla. So yeah, that's unopened, so I'm not going to open it. So this is still sealed, so I'm not going to actually open it. But this is another one that people have recommended over and over and over again. And the last thing we're going to talk about are eye primers. And I only have a few of those opened. I did just finish my Urban Decay. But I have the Ace Beauté. This is the eyeshadow amplifying base in the shade Light. I do love this. This I do need to set. So if I don't want to set my So if I don't want to set my primer that day, I don't use this. Next up is the Alter Ego. It just says eyeshadow base. I really enjoy this. I've been using it. They did send it to me in PR, and I like it. And then we have the e.l.f. Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer. This is actually unopened. I put it in with my other because I was going to start using it. But I started using this instead because they sent it to me in PR and I wanted to do a video on it. So this I'm going to put back in my, into my back, my unopened stuff. I have the NYX Glitter Primer. This thing, it will last forever. It's going to last forever because I rarely use it. And then I have a couple of colored bases. This is the Be a Bombshell. Be a Bombshell? Yeah, this is Be a Bombshell Cosmetics. It's called Big Teal. As you can see, I've only swatched it. I've never used it. I don't know. Colored eye bases and me just aren't friends. I've never used them. But it's very pretty. I've thought about decluttering it, but I'm probably not going to. And then I have the Melt. This is actually a gel liner, but I have used it as an eye base. And I recently used it in my Halloween look. But it was really nice as a base for the black powder that I used. So yeah. Okay, these are all that are unopened. I showed you that. I showed you the e.l.f. I really love this, by the way. I don't know if I said that. I love this. I think it works just as well as the Urban Decay. There is less in the component. It is a lot less money, but I'd almost rather purchase the Urban Decay. But it's still really good. I really love it. Next we have the Thrive Eye Lift 360 Waterproof Primer. I've had this for quite a while. That's what it looks like. It's unopened. It is still sealed. It's unopened. And then I have two backups. I have the backup of my Urban Decay, which I will not open yet. It took me over a year, almost 2 years to use that other one. So I'm going to wait a little bit until I use up some of my other ones. And then I have another of the Ace Beauté. Is this the same? Yeah, this is in the shade Light as well. So it's a backup of this. I'm pretty sure I got this from BoxyCharm in the drop shop. And then recently, I've gotten two colored bases. This is the Gerard Clean Canvas. And this is in the shade, this is white. Supposedly, you can put certain shades over a white base and they pop more. That's what it looks like. I got this in an Ice Cream Beauty box. And then also in my Ice Cream Beauty box, I got this one. And this is from Beauty Creations, Dare to Be Bright. This is a colored base primer, and this in the shade Blackout. So it is a black base. So I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this or not, but for right now, I am. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is my setting spray. I have this one. This is from Frudia, and this is K-Beauty. I did get this in my PR from Stylovana. It's almost gone. There's like that much left. I usually use this to foil out my eyeshadows. I use them to, wet down my shimmers. But the scent on this is lovely. It smells very herbaceous, very essential oil type. And then this is my Holy Grail Stay All Night Microfine Setting Spray, Setting Mist, e.l.f. I love this. I will repurchase this. Every time I run out, I will repurchase another one. Now I have two that are unopened. I don't want to love them because they're pricey. Here is the Max Fix-It Stay Over. I know this is a favorite for a lot of people. I don't want to love it. I don't want to love it. Because if I love it, I'll buy it. And I don't want to spend that much when this is like 10 bucks. And then the last one I have that's unopened is the KVD Lock-It Makeup Setting Mist. I did get this in a Busy Beauty box. That is what it looks like. Again, I don't want to love it. Actually, do they still sell that? I'm not sure they still sell it. I mean, I'm sure she still has a setting spray, but I'm not sure they still have this one. But another thing about this is the freaking mister. The mister on this is perfection. Everything about this I love. I love the scent of it, which is very clean. I love the way it works. I love the sprayer on it. It's amazing. And the price. The price is great. So those are all my base products that I have in my collection. I know it's extensive. Probably not as extensive as some people. But for me, it's too much. It's way too much. So I'm really looking forward to next year using up my products. Trying not to buy any more. Trying not to. But using up the products that I have and not wasting a bunch of money on things that I'm not going to use. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.